So let's continue on the PWHL scores. So Montreal defeated Minnesota 3-2 in the 4th of January. 6th of January, New York 2-0 over Toronto. Boston 2 over Seattle. Ottawa 4-2 over Vancouver. On the 9th, in shootout, Ottawa 2 over Boston. Montreal 1-0 over Vancouver. Minnesota 6-2 over Seattle. On the 13th, Montreal 2 over Ottawa. 14th, Boston 2 over Vancouver. Toronto. January 14th and January 16th, Minnesota 3 to New York. On the 17th, Toronto 2 over Vancouver. On the 18th, New York 2 over Montreal. Boston 2 over Seattle. 20th, Ottawa 4 3 over New York. Seattle 6 4 over Toronto. And the 21st, Montreal 2 over Minnesota. Vancouver 5-0 over Toronto. And then Montreal 3-1 over Ottawa on the 24th. 25th, Minnesota 6-2 over New York. Vancouver 3 over Seattle. 28th, Montreal 3-0 over Toronto. Boston 4-3 over New York, and 28 in shootout. Ottawa 4-2 over Seattle. Minnesota 4 over Vancouver. And then on 26th, after the Olympic break, Montreal over New York 4-1. Toronto 5-2 over Seattle. Boston 3-2 over Ottawa, and 28 in shootout. The first, Montreal 4-0 over Minnesota. Toronto 2-1 over Vancouver. Montreal 4-3 over Toronto on the 3rd. The 4th, Ottawa 4-3 over Seattle. Boston 1-0 over New York on the 5th. And 8th, Minnesota 3-2 over Toronto. And 8th, also 6-2 New York over Ottawa. Boston 2 over Vancouver and 10th. That's Seattle 3-2 Boston on 13th, Minnesota 4 over Seattle. Ottawa 3-2 Vancouver 14th. 15th is Toronto 2-0 over Seattle. Boston 4-3 over Montreal is 15th. Those Minnesota 4-3 over New York. 17th is Toronto 2-0 over Boston. 19th, Minnesota 5-0 over Vancouver 5-2 over New York. Montreal 4 over Seattle 19th. Minnesota 3 over Vancouver 21st. Boston 3-0 over Seattle 21st. Ottawa 2 over Montreal 27th. Boston 2-0 over Vancouver 24th. And 25th, Montreal 3-0 Minnesota. 4 in Seattle over New York. Boston 4-0 and Boston 4-0 Toronto 27th.